I mean, this is a massive cake. Like if I crouch next to this thing.
Yeah.
It's getting in my eyes.
Yeah, you can see it on the camera.
And this is 136 shots, different shapes.
I like that. Right.
Here is a 100 shot cake. Wizard fireworks again. Stuff's falling down, hitting me in the face. And look at this big behemoth right here you just put down. Big old hefty. Look at that.
Holy.
This one here's pretty heavy, but this is the one I'm using up front. It's raining paper.
Oh, I know.
All right, this is what my shell racks look like. And these have a bit of a harsher angle on them. Can a human eat a cake? We're gonna find out. All right, we're about to find out if a human can eat a cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, yeah. I think we might have had one shell upside down in that first.
It bent. Holy crap, okay.
Oh, that's it for me, boys. Show them how it's done. Well, this is definitely a change in scenery. So as you guys can see, we are in the middle of this frozen lake in Minnesota. We got about 2 feet of ice. Driving out here was definitely a little bit sketchy. It's my first time driving on the ice. Now I've been ice fishing before, but driving a pickup out here is a whole different animal. So I just followed the guys from North Star Fireworks, and they drove ahead of me and I followed a good distance behind. We had the windows down, trying to mitigate those risks as best as possible. I know you guys from LA are watching this and thinking I'm crazy, but this is what people do. And they go out here in the middle of the lake with their little ice houses and trailers, and they actually go fishing. And I'm talking, these people will drill a hole into the ice and go fishing in it. Now, for those of you who are from the north, this is nothing unusual to you, but we're doing a fireworks show with the guys from North Star, and I actually brought some stuff for the first time. Gotta walk over here. Now, this fireworks show is being set up for that building over there. They have like some sort of event going on tonight, and basically this is a cake show. So we're not doing any shells. Now I brought some shells of my own, but the majority of this product is gonna be cakes, and you'll see a couple of them here. Most of them are gonna be 1.4 Pro, and the 1.3 professional grade fireworks are being provided by North Star, okay? So they got their license to do this. I know this must look just absolutely insane. We're on the middle of the lake doing high caliber fireworks. You guys that live in the desert probably think we're nuts for doing this, but anyway, a couple cakes up here. This is gonna be, I think, their right position. Now, that little patch of snow we were just on over by my pickup, that's where I'm gonna be setting up my stuff, which we'll show you after we show you theirs. Brady, why don't you show them your cleats? Sometimes you gotta have those out here. You'll slip and break a knee. I know a guy who did that. All right, so this one here is a 3-inch, 25 shot cake by Raccoon. Look at that thing. Now this, of course, would be considered a 1.3 grade firework, and you can tell that Cripes! So this is how you tell. I mean, most of the consumer fireworks, they have a 1.4 sticker on there, but you can see here, this is a massive cake. Like if I crouch next to this thing, you can see that this is a pro item. Over here, there's one that's kind of got a bag sticking out of the top. Let's take a look at that. Looks like a high shot count. As you can see, some of the tubes. This is 136 shots, different shapes, and that is a 1.3 Wizard brand firework. Right here, we've got some Raccoon Pro Line 1.4 Pro. Here is a 100 shot cake, Wizard fireworks again, and that is a 1.3 item. And look at this big behemoth right here you just put down. What is this thing called? So this is red, silver, blue peony, red, silver, and blue tails, 36 shot, big old hefty. That's gonna be a fun one. So even though no shells tonight, like we usually do with these guys, still some really large shots up in the sky. Now they're just unloading the rest of the stuff in the back. You can see some 76 Pro Line stuff right there. Just a couple more cakes to come out. They're all going on the ice. And yeah, let's go show you what I brought. I noticed something weird about being on a frozen lake like this. It's been a while since I've been on one, but it's essentially like you're standing in a freezer. This cold air, usually heat rises, right? But when you're on the frozen lake, it's almost the opposite. Like the cold air is coming up. So even though I have gloves on and it's 26 degrees, any other day I'd be totally fine. But right now I'm actually kind of cold, and that's because we are on a frozen lake. This is the stuff that I brought. I already got some of the shells prepped a little earlier. I don't have the 1.3 stuff like they do. That's where you get those larger tubes and higher shot counts. But one thing I am able to get is 1.4 Pro product. And so right here by a brand called Rockio Fireworks, inside you get 3 high shot count cakes that attach together. So on their own, you know, they're not gonna be that spectacular, but once you attach them here at the top with those fuses like we showed you in one of the previous videos, this is all you do with the 1.4 Pro stuff. You just attach them there. And what's nice about them is each one of these compound cakes at the very end, it does come with another, they're calling these like male connectors and female. So on the very last cake, there is another female one, which would go into the male connector on this cake. So we're just gonna be attaching all of these together to make one larger compound cake. We're gonna put this one down on the snow. We're doing this so we have better traction. We're on the ice, it's a bit slippery. This one here is pretty heavy, but this is the one I'm using up front. So we'll figure out a way to hook that up. So actually it'll be the female connector on this one into the first fuse on that one, if that makes sense. We'll show you that later. Now that I'm up here, I'm gonna get out the rest of the stuff. I've got these plywood slabs here. The reason I brought these is to put the fireworks on top of them. But now I don't think we're gonna need to do that because I was fully expecting this lake to be super slushy and I didn't want the fireworks or the Cobra to get wet. So I brought these, but now I think we're gonna use them to hold down the igniters on these shell racks, and I'll explain what I'm talking about there in a minute. How did that one end up in here?
They got stuck between them.
You guys like the new CodyBPyrotechnics? It's dirty right now, but eventually it'll be clean. So these things you can get from Menards. They're like 10 bucks. And what I use these for, now you could use anything to do this, but I just like that this is a nice wooden type thing. But what we'll be doing is putting this down on the lake, and then my Cobra module is gonna sit on top of this. Most people just use buckets, but because I have a 72M, it's a bit larger. So if I put it on top of a bucket, it could tip, and I don't want this firing system breaking on me. So I just use these. All right, this is what my shell racks look like. This rack right here is a lot like the Metal Mania from Great Lakes Mortar Racks. However, this one I got from American Wholesale Fireworks. And what's nice about it is it's set up for comets. You know, in your firework displays, you can put them at whatever angle you want using this here, and you just line it up with that center. But one thing I found that was really cool is fiberglass mortar tubes from the consumer fireworks kits actually fit very nicely in here. So that's gonna enable us to make what's called a shell cake. And essentially you're just building them like they're already made in the cake, but we're doing it manually with igniters. And these have a bit of a harsher angle on them than some of the Great Lakes mortar racks that I have. So that's the only reason we're using this for this show. Otherwise, I'd definitely be using the Great Lakes mortar racks launchers, because those have way crazier style tubes. Like there's one rack where it's like this. There's another one like a serpent. Super cool stuff. But today we're doing this just because of the angle. Now this one here is the same as that one there, but different effects. What's cool about these is each row of 5, so there's gonna be 18 firework canister shells in here in total. And what's nice about them is for every row of 5, it's all the same effect. So right here we have shell number 20. This is a Raccoon Pro shell. If I pull one from the same row, you can see that's also 20. So what's nice about this is not only can you set up your shells like you would in a cake, but if you have multiple of each effect, now you can really build your own shell cake. So that's what I like about this, and we're gonna be testing this out for the first time. And of course, the back 3 shots to make it 18, so we got like, 15 plus 3 in the back. These are the Nightwing shells. Should be a lot of fun. So we have a little bit of setup to do, nothing too crazy. When we get back to you, it'll probably still be daylight out. But yeah, I gotta get to work. We gotta get these shells hooked up to the Cobra firing system. And again, that firing system is the one I'm using, and it's also the one that North Star is using as well, although they have the command center and I have the 18R2 remote. This is not scripted in with their show in any way, so we're gonna have to time this accordingly, where I fire my stuff either while they're firing theirs, or like I open the show or something like that with my stuff. But I'll get back to you guys when it's all said and done. We'll show you the final setup. All right, so Troy has just brought me some duct tape. And what we're gonna be doing here is on these canister shells, we wanna be careful with the igniters, because as we know, these shells can very easily pull that igniter right out with it like this, and then anything overlapping is also gonna take that with it too. These canister shells are coming out like a bullet, so they come out fast. They could yank the rack, the tube, the module, whatever it wants to on its way up. Now these shells, they're not as big as 1.3 shells. Those are the ones you really gotta worry about pulling stuff up off the ground. These I think will be okay, but I have had it before where they actually tear igniters and bring igniters with them. So the igniter is light enough for it to rip out of the ground. So just to be safe, we're gonna be taping them all up. Additionally, we're gonna be taking these plywood slabs and we're just gonna be doing something like this where it goes over the wires just to add a little bit of extra weight. You know, that shell now would have to lift up this plywood too, and I don't think it's gonna do that. And then we're just gonna put this other board down about right here. This also helps because now we can walk over the wires and not have to worry about it. Let's show you what we did with these 1.4 Pro cakes. So one of the most important things with these, you can do basically whatever you want with them, but the most important part is right here. If you don't tuck these things down in the side, that's why I leave these in the box 100% of the time. If you don't tuck these things down that connect the cakes together, then what you'll have is on the last shot of your Pro cake, it'll rip this out entirely. Now just imagine for a second that your entire firework display was set up like this. There are people that run these cakes from here to the other side of the lake. So if your show was set up like that, and on the third one it decides to rip, you're telling me you're gonna run up to this thing with a torch and hit that quick match? I don't think so. Make sure you're tucking these down. Like even this one here has got to go a little bit more. Tuck them down so that doesn't happen. Here, there's a bit of an issue when you're connecting these things together. So you just want to pull that as tight as possible so it's far away from this tube. This would be the problem tube right here. If that shell wanted to, it could come out, rip this with it, and we don't have any ignition on this one to begin with. So we're taking all the precautions necessary to make sure we get our fireworks to work. So now that the fireworks show is completely set up, you can see position 1, 2, and 3, and then the stuff that I brought is right here. We got to check continuity and hope for green because it's too cold to be messing with igniters. And we shoot in an hour. So this is what you call the 18R2 remote. Now they've got the command center, which you can see here. It's like a freaking tablet on there and everything. Way cooler than my remote, but I'm going old fashioned tonight.
A lot more than you need for a standard cake show though.
Yeah, I suppose. This is like, well, you usually hook up all your shells to this too.
Yeah, so I just use it because I got it.
What does your continuity look like? Checking it now?
We're gonna check that one there. We got bad reception coming out of one of the #1 mods, so we're gonna see which one it is and just change it out. Should go, but you know, why risk it?
Yeah, no kidding. So I'm gonna flip her on. You'll see it go through. Now I'm at P6, so that means power 6. I think I should be good to fire this, but you would typically want that at 9 or 10 before starting a show. So to go up to channel 1, there's only one green lit item here, and that's because that's the compound cake. Now if I go to channel 2, you can see all 18 of them there are green. And please, all green, here's a moment of truth. Yep, so that's channel 3. That's the rest of our shells. So in theory, everything should fire. To give you guys a little understanding as to how we're gonna record this fireworks show and fire it at the same time, I've got my 360 camera that's going up here. If I upload that to YouTube, you'll be able to watch not only us up here shooting if you want to, but you'll be able to watch the full fireworks show as if you were standing right here with us. If you got the VR set, I think it's Apple Vision Pro, you stick that thing on and it's like you're here with us. Look, it's really tall too, you know? So you're gonna be a tall guy if you put this on. Now also I have another camera tripod down there. You can see it. Kind of hoping nobody hits that with a snowmobile. And then I have my other ultra wide GoPro Hero 12 charging because it's at 0 battery and we're gonna need that thing. So yeah, we're gonna have the typical 4 cameras on the show. Hopefully everything works. He's gonna be up here with us kind of recording what we're doing. I wanna show you guys these button pushes. If I can do it as fast as a cake can a human beat a cake? We're gonna find out. So we'll see you guys at showtime. So we're only a few minutes away from shoot time. I gotta go get the key and the antenna for this and set my 72M here to arm. 360 camera is on. Antenna is on. Key is in the ignition. So we have some 200 gram cakes going up on all 3 stations. That's gonna be the opener of the show. Immediately after that, we hit the compound cake. Then we'll go into some shells and then the rest of the 1-3 cakes. 1 minute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are they watching?
Here we go. We're just waiting on our cue here. Always a good time in Minnesota. We going? Yep. All right, compound. So this compound's going to end with howlers here. 60 of them in total. Should be a great time.
That's no win. Nice. Those are nice. How cool.
That's what I'm talking about. That's Markio brand 124 Pro.
Look at those things.
Yeah, get after it.
Look at the color.
Stuff's falling down, hitting me in the face.
Cody, look at these.
Yeah,
These are nice.
I know. Alright, we're about to find out if a human can beat the case as far as pace goes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finale, all three. Channel 3. And we're doing it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
nice.
1, 2,
Good job.
3, 4, and 5.
Oh, woohoo!
Another one. Yeah, I'm doing this more often.
Nice.
Where are you at?
Nice.
Well, that's it for me, boys. Show them how it's done. Woo! I think we might have had one shot upside down in that first.
Yeah.
Good thing it's metal.
Yeah.
Take over. If you want to.
Oh, I like that.
Very nice.
I like that. Right. It's peaceful. Very tranquil.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear them over there.
Therapeutic.
There's the oohs and ahs.
Oh.
That's the 1-3 stuff right there. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that.
Holy.
It's raining paper.
Oh, I know. It's right in my eyes.
Right? Man, that's a wild cake. That's
It's getting in my eyes.
Yeah, you can see it on the camera. It's like it's snowing over here.
Wow, Troy. You're just hanging tonight. Yeah, they are. Gorgeous.
Troy, how much you want for a case of these?
Well, they're one, so a case is one of them.
Yeah.
Really?
I think we're 200.
Oh!
pretty. Look at that.
Beautiful. Like,
Woo! There's 56 bucks. Ooh.
I like that.
I like. What are those called?
Horsetails.
I like that bird. Beautiful. The dynamic.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh shit.
You see that one star?
Yeah.
Wow, these are breaking huge. Is that a 3-inch cake?
It's 2.5.
Oh,
Holy.
Oh.
Oh.
There. Nice. Look at that. Look at that.
Wonder if you can see just how big those are on video. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
Got another one of those? That was a magical fireworks show. Good stuff there. All right, so I want to take you guys up here and show you something real quick. So with these mortar racks here, what's cool about them is they're metal. So, and this is pretty thick metal. If you guys noticed that low break in the beginning, take a look at what it did to the tube. Now that concrete in the bottom is actually nailed in to the tube itself, and it blew it. It had no trouble blowing out right through the bottom. It was right in here like this. It even took the label off. Like, there's no label on this thing anymore. It's just gone. That just goes to show, you know, if this had been in like a wooden rack, the rack probably wouldn't be here today. But because it was in this metal one, like if we point the camera down in there, you can see there's no damage. There is damage. Holy crap.
It bent the metal.
Oh my God, it bent the metal.
Yep.
Let's flip it upside down. Oh my God, look at that.
It bent.
Holy crap, okay, so I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Turns out, not even metal is safe. That metal bar at the bottom, that takes a lot of force to bend. So yeah, canister shells, especially pro ones, be extra careful with. I hope you guys enjoyed this magical firework display on ice, and we'll see you next time. Here we go.
Yeah, that was
We're just waiting on our cue here.
Ooh.
Always a good time in Minnesota. We going?
Yep.
All right, compound.
Cool. Dang.
Well, this compound's gonna end out this year. 60 of them total. Should be a great time.
Nice. And those are nice. Look at that. How cool. Look at those things.
Yeah, get after it.
How cool. Look at the color. Holy, look at these. They're nice.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finale, all three. Channel 3. And we're doing it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
more often.
Nice.
Where are you at?
Nice.
Well, that's it for me, boys. Show them how it's done. Woo!
I like those. Crack still. Whatever they are. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Quiet.
Very nice.
Birdie. I like that. Right. It's peaceful. Very tranquil.
Yes.
Oh, you can hear them over there.
Therapeutic.
I love it.
There's the oohs and ahs.
Love it.
Oh.
yeah, here we go. Look at that.
Yep. Take it.
That's raining paper.
I was gonna say it's coming down.
Where's Anthony? My safety glasses.
Right? Man, that's a
Nishiki?
that's a wild cake.
He's up there.
That's it's all in my eyes. Wow, Troy. You're just hanging tonight.
Yeah, they are. Wonderful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Troy, how much you want for a case of these?
Well, they're one. So
Yeah.
case is one of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're 200 a piece.
Oh!
God damn.
Nice.
All right, here goes that slice.
That's pretty. Look at that.
Oh no, slice it next.
Look at that.
Nishiki.
Beautiful.
Coming together, I love that.
It is.
All right, here's a sweet. Beautiful.
That was good.
Followed up with these.
6.
Yep. Gone. Oh. Little low brakes.
Yeah. Finale?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, look at those.
I like that.
I like. What are those called?
Just 2.5.
Horsetails.
Oh, that's a
Are
that's a
that,
blue tail gold something. Raccoon. I think it's a
I
raccoon.
like how they're splitting.
Beautiful.
Some dynamic.
2.5.
Nice. Oh,
This is that 1 star.
yeah.
Wow, these are breaking huge.
Let me know when it's done.
Is that a 3-inch?
It's 2.5.
Oh my
Oh, when
god.
this is done.
When the show's done.
Oh.
So I can roughly know how long. we
Yep.
had.
Dang. They're solid.
Homecoming.
Up there,
Wish they had the paper in the way. That's a nice body of the show.
nice.
Nice pace, but slower.
That's okay.
Nice red.
Look at that. Look at that.
That tail was awesome.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Wonder if you can. Wow.
I like it.
Very patriotic. America.
Very much so. Very Trump-esque. Wow.
Got another one of those?
That one could go. Damn it.
All right, here we go, finale.
10 minutes exactly.
Yeah!